Wow, wow. Tell I haven't been hiking any inclines. I'm like 10 minutes into this. I'm sucking for air. It's good though. I think 2,200 feet of elevation gain on this hike. Rachel's ankle was still bothering her, and Zeke was a little sore, so she was gonna log into work for 2-3 hours and not overdo her ankle. But yeah, just beautiful here. Look at that view. Kind of reminds me of like the Swiss Alps. Rachel and I, when we were here 2 years ago, we said that, and now we have been to Switzerland. That's where we got engaged. But just breathtaking. I believe I'm going over to that, if I'm not mistaken, or it might be that one over there. I've never done this hike before. I think it's just under 6 miles. But wow. You could literally just come to here, and I mean, this is a good enough lookout, if you will. But I want to push it. I was supposed to do a hike called Storm King tomorrow. That one looks pretty serious, but it gets really busy. So we were up late last night. We didn't get settled until late. By the time we ate and unwinded from the day, we probably didn't get to bed till like 1 o'clock. And when I woke up, I set my alarm for 6. I was like, dude, I'm so tired and I don't want to hurt myself. There's chains or ropes on that one and some bouldering. So plus it was Sunday too, so Rachel brought up a good point. It would probably be super busy there. Better to go on Monday. So tomorrow's Monday. I'm going to try and give that a shot if this one doesn't kick my ass too bad. So we shall see. Thank God for all trails. I'm not even a mile into this and I already missed the Y. I was supposed to turn off over there. There was you could see where people up here would come down, but there was a sign there that said, this is not a trail, don't go down this way. So I will respect the rules and own up to my mistake and go back and split off at where the Y is. But wow, this is just breathtaking. Like I said, the view over there is probably not going to be much different than what I'm seeing here. This might even be a little better, but I guess it's just the elevation gain and the workout. And this opens right up. I think you'd be hard pressed to beat some of these places. I mean, it's breathtaking. It's amazing that we're able to do this stuff and that these places are available to hike and being maintained. And I mean, for Rachel and I to spend $80 for a national park pass for the year, we get our money's worth for sure. A little bit of a better view, so I believe I'll go down through that, and that's the destination. It's Canada over there. Beautiful day though, just gorgeous. I mean, it is hot. It's like, I should check, I think it's supposed to be like 86 degrees today. Full sun though, so we can run AC all day long while the sun's up. We could when the sun's down too, but then if we use the air fryer and Starlink and stuff when the sun's down, we want to have energy or power for that. So gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. This is exactly what the doctor ordered, and by doctor I just mean myself. I wish Ankle's ankle was feeling better. I wish Rachel's ankle was feeling better, but it's not worth her overdoing it. It would have been nice to do this at 6 in the morning without full sun. 86 degrees, full sun. It's a tall order, as my friend Jordan would say. We did like a 84-mile bike ride. Well, I did a 100-mile bike ride that day. I can't remember the time frame on that. No, it was closer to 9 hours, I think. I'll have to check Strava. I can't because I'm recording my hike right now. Anyways, he said this is a tall order when we were having pizza and a beer about 48 miles into the ride. But yeah, I set a goal to do 100 miles. We got to like 78 miles, 82 miles when we got back to town. And I'm like, dude, this is the closest I've ever been to 100 miles. This is the closest I've ever been to achieving my goal. If I start back over 3 weeks from now, I'm gonna have to do 100 miles. So I got back to town. Man, that was just, it was tough because it's like my body's telling me I'm home, you know, I'm in town, I can just set the bike down, quit riding. But my mind and the motivation to achieve my goal is telling me, no, keep pushing, keep pushing. So I literally just had to cycle all around town. So exhausted, like never been exhausted like that in my entire life. But I hit the goal. I did 100 miles on my pedal bike, which was amazing. The reason I said that though is hiking up this with this full sun, as Jordan would say, it's a tall order. That's for sure. But any time spent outside, getting some vitamin D, some fresh air, it smells so clean. I don't think there's any wildfires across the pond or across the ocean, as they would say. But usually when we're out west, it's like it's inevitable. There's wildfires. Be curious to know my elevation gain already. Okay, enough of my stupid mug. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Can't really put it into words. Video and pictures just do no justice. I mean, you think, oh wow, that looks cool, but when you're in person, seeing is believing. I mean, this is just insanity. I love it so much. And it's probably got pretty repetitive by now, but I will say it again. Because of van life and living a nomadic life and selling a house, ditching an apartment, and traveling in our van, we're able to do this stuff. You know, for us, we justify, hey, we're gonna go out to the Pacific Northwest, we'll do it for a month. Cost us, you know, $850,000 in fuel. But that's essentially, you know, our charge of rent for the month, which we'd rather do this and switch it up, be in the ocean, rainforest, mountains, all that good stuff. Crazy. You guys waiting for it? You waiting for me to say it? Just gorgeous. Beautiful, stunning, absolutely amazing. No, it's just, it's something else. It really is. You guys should all experience it for yourself if you've never been here to some of these national parks. It's just like surreal. So you can kind of see the trail here. Let's see where my hand is, kind of feeds in through there. And I believe up to the old Scramble. We'll see. We'll see how far I go too. I don't really want to overdo it because I really want to do the hike tomorrow. Bright and early if we can find parking. Making some progress. I'm going to be out of breath, but God, I just love like skipping down these trail running, if you will. It's kind of technical where you watch where you're putting your feet on the rocks and climbing. This is beautiful. I need a haircut like 2 months ago. This is the spot that hiking poles would have been nice because my knee's on the way down on this. Ooh. It's pretty much straight up. Should have brought a beer with a cold beer for when I got up to the top, but of course I forgot. Doesn't even look real. Where did I start? Over there on the other side of that. Not this first green mountain, not the first one, not the second one, but that third one. the other side of that where you kind of see that trail, I do believe. Had to ditch the shirt, I was just cooking. That sun's no joke. And this last, what did I even just say there? This last part here was a climb. We're getting there. We are getting there. Slowly but surely. Almost said surely but slowly. Either way. I see people hiking without water, and I'm like, how? One dude had a coffee at a Starbucks. I was like, what? These flowers blooming are just, they're beautiful. Love the whites and the purple. It looks like they used to be purple. I thought I was just getting like up to this part, but it looks like it's still scales a decent way. I just ran into this couple and I heard them before I got up to where they're at on the trail, and they were talking about how yesterday's was harder, and I was like, oh, is it Mount Storm King? That's the one that I want to do. They're like, yeah. They said it was gorgeous. So that's the plan for tomorrow if I don't just completely burn myself out doing this. Oh, that shade is so nice. Oh, this gravel is so tough to climb up. You just gotta like plant your feet, and it's all right. I need both hands. Stuff's so slippery. That last section was some actual like scrambling climbing. Rachel would not have partaked in that. I also got to remember, whenever I go up, I must go down. You just got to be careful on this rock stuff. It's pretty slippery, really slippery in some spots. Assuming just go up this or over. I'll have to check all trails. It's a climb. Like this stuff here just kicks out from under you. There's really no path. It's tough because I usually use both arms to balance, and when I'm holding the camera, it's kind of tough to do that. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera down, but I gotta go up that. Gotta keep on going. This stuff's fun, kind of technical, but look at this view. Wow. It's something. Oh, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Getting somewhere. You gotta see this though. I mean, this, like this stuff, this rock, when you're climbing up that and it's kicking out below you, sliding down the mountain, that's, and I gotta go down this. What a climb. Oh. That stuff was tough. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my God, how breathtaking. So followed all the way over to there, up to there, and over there is where I started. Up in the sky, quite literally. I'm honestly proud of myself for this one. This was, I'm so shaky. Like I'm up on the top of a mountain, like right at the edge. Crazy. I gotta be very, very careful going back down that stuff. Name's Nate. I'm an idiot. I climbed all the way up here without a headband for the GoPro, and this would have been some cool footage coming back down. It's probably super windy up here. Don't mind the mop on top of my head. But yeah, there's no way I can scale down this and hold the GoPro. So unfortunately that's that, but so dicey. They just slide. Like, look at that, you know, you think you have your footing, and then your footing just goes with all the rocks and flies down, so you gotta be careful. I have to be careful. Just beautiful coming down too. Well, I made it down, I think, the diciest part, so that's good. Gorgeous. All right, I gotta scramble down this, so I gotta quit recording. That was great. That was probably one of my favorite hikes that I've ever done, especially solo by myself. I think I'm at 4 miles right now. But yeah, it's great up there. Crazy. So cool. All right, I kind of lost the trail here. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, that was beautiful. I kind of had to push myself at the end because I didn't have anyone else I was going with, and as I would climb, it was getting more just the slippery stuff, and you know, you'd realize whatever you go up, you must go back down, and there was no one else up there, so it was interesting. But yeah, it's crazy. It's beautiful. Gorgeous hike. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Maybe I'd go earlier in the day when it's not 85 degrees in full sun. It's a weird feeling. I got this feeling on the chains. I forget what the hike's called in Glacier, but as you're walking, this path is so narrow, it's like you kind of get vertigo with this drop here, where I don't know if it's the colors or what, but it's like it almost feels like that side's moving as you're walking. It's trippy. Like on the chains in Glacier, you're like going along this edge and that's straight down, and there's cars below and stuff moving, and I think it messes with your eyes as you're trying to hike the trail, pay attention where you're walking, and then also looking down or seeing it just out of the corner of your eye. Oh, these flowers are just beautiful. Right there is where I was. Crazy to see it from this far away, where all those switchbacks, and then to scramble up that to get up right there. Pretty cool though. Very nice way to spend the day, or I should say the last, I think it's only been like 2.5 hours. Let's check. 2 hours and 37 minutes. I haven't watched it or looked at it since 1 hour and 50, so that's a pretty good guess. So by the time I get back to the van, it'll probably be 3 hours. 3 hours and 10 minutes. It's not terrible. Sun is hot, 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 hot. My phone, when I checked the weather app, said heat advisory. Perfect day to go bouldering, huh? So here's another view. Right there is where I climbed up to. I'm at 7 miles. If I wouldn't have been stopping and taking video footage, I probably could have did this in 2.5 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm just shy of 7 miles. So by the time I get back to the van, I'll be like 6.8 miles, maybe 6.9. Great hike though, amazing. So nice to heat index 86 degrees, heat warning until 10 p.m. What are you doing, Nate? But lots of water. If it was Rachel, myself, and Zeke on this one, we would have ran out of water for sure. As soon as I haven't peed once, and I've drank almost 3 liters of water, sweat it all out. But yeah, I guessed, I think I was at 2 hours and 15 minutes or something like that, and I guessed 3 hours and 10 minutes. We're at 3:07. Ooh, 6:66, can't end on that. But yeah, I'm almost there. Should be there about 3 hours and maybe 15 minutes. I think that's the parking lot right there. So sweet. I got some sun today. For sure. For sure. Oh, and I stopped to take this this family's picture for a couple minutes, so that added on some time too. But oh, I can smell the van. I can smell the AC. Oh. Wow. Everyone else cleared out. This was full. Should move so that we have a better view. For sure, for sure. Rachel and I, last time, this road was closed because they were shooting mountain goats or something. They said they're invasive. This parking lot was full when I started. It doesn't look that busy now. But yeah, anyways, so we've never went down that road. So Hurricane Hill Trailhead, we'll check the specs on that. All right, I'm ready for a beer, but I made it. Very, very happy with today's hike.